Hey, hey everybody. It's Ben Capozzi with Broad Shoulders Farm, and that's Dan. Dan took off. It's Friday, October 30th, I think. Yeah, All Hallows Eve, maybe. And I'm hanging out right now in the Bantam house, in the Merrick's flock. And I just wanted to take a minute to talk about, hey guys, the guineas. I want to take a minute to talk about Murray McMurray's new birds for 2021 and which ones I'm excited about and why. If you follow Murray McMurray Hatchery's different live streams and follow them on social media and such, it's not too hard to figure out because they've been dropping all kinds of hints about what their new birds are. And those new birds, they debut, what is it, Sunday, November 1st, I think they're open for orders. Sorry, I just remembered. So I always say that it's Broad Shoulders Farm. We're here in Virginia's Zone 7, and I already did the date. So, hi, little Delaware. All right, so birds that I'm excited about. Sorry, trying to figure out where the best place to put the camera is and for me to hunker down. I guess I should have figured that out before. This works. Don't get in my tea, you guys. I got the lid on it. Okay, so the one that I am probably most excited about right now is that they're going to start carrying American Bresse. B-R-E-S-S-E. And the Bresse, guys. The Bresse is actually a French breed. It's a dual-purpose breed. They're really quite beautiful. They're almost like, I think in some circles, like the national bird of France. They're white, with really beautiful red combs and slate blue legs. And they're great dual-purpose birds. They're considered kind of like really choice for meat, is my understanding. And but they lay a goodly amount of white eggs as well. Hey guys, there we go. It's a little quieter out here. And I think they have to call them American Bresse because to call them like actual Bresse is kind of like it's like Parmesan cheese. You can't really call it Parmesan cheese unless it comes from Parma, Italy. I guess that's the city, Parma. You know, it's like the hey little guy. But yeah, so they're American Bresse. I have one American Bresse rooster that you guys may have seen in the bachelor pad Merde. And that's because originally he was a real little jerk to all the other roosters, but he fits in quite nicely now, no problems there. But I'm excited about those. Since it's the first year McMurray's offering them, you know, it's going to be straight run. So they won't be available sexed. But I'm excited about those. Normally I don't get white birds. Just because we free range and we pasture, but I have had just as many birds be attacked by hawks that are barred or brown or in other ways a good camouflage. So I'm not going to let that hold me back this time. Plus, you know, I mean, it's an obscure breed, and I'm kind of a sucker for those. But it's an obscure breed with good utility. So, American Bresse. We're still dealing with our Merrick's outbreak, so I don't think I'm going to be buying any new chicks for the foreseeable future, but if I were, I would be excited about those. I know that they've been dropping lots of hints. They're going to be offering chocolate Orpingtons. And so buff Orpingtons, actually heard Ginger on the McMurray feed one time describe them as the golden retrievers of the chicken world. And everybody likes buff Orpingtons. They're big, they're fluffy, they're friendly, they tend to go broody, they lay a nice brown egg. That is the boilerplate that everybody says. I have two buff Orpingtons and they've never been super friendly. They're not hostile, they're just not cuddly. You know, the stock that I got them from, they're probably not the biggest, but I would be willing to give another try. Plus the chocolate color, I actually really like. I'd love to bring that into my flock, but that won't be happening just yet. But anyhow, chocolate Orpingtons, that's pretty good. I do have a private breeder included as a freebie, a buff Orpington by Moran, crossed with Moran's rooster. You guys may have seen him, Punk. He's actually really sweet. So maybe the disposition thing worked out with him. So yeah, so chocolate Orpingtons, that's gonna be pretty exciting. Again, my guess is they're gonna offer them straight run. What else are they adding? They are adding, I think they call them like just blue Ameraucanas or true blue Ameraucanas. I think there have been some complaints, maybe, this happens with lots of hatcheries, I don't know if McMurray has dealt with this or not, but about labeling birds as Ameraucanas when they're actually probably closer to Easter eggers. The standard of perfection demands that they have like slate blue or green legs. I have some Ameraucanas, I'm not sure where I got them from, that are probably closer to Easter eggers because they wouldn't necessarily meet the standard of perfection. But I do have some that I got from private breeders that absolutely are up to the standard of perfection with their peak comb, cheeks, beard, and blue legs. And Ameraucanas are going to lay a blue or a green tinted egg, which is great. True Ameraucanas will. Easter eggers will lay browns and pinks and whites and also blues and greens. So that would be a bit of a difference. Hey, dude. But yeah, blue Ameraucanas, that's pretty good. I actually already have some black purebred Ameraucanas, so breeding those might make for some interesting birds as well. Maybe I can get some splash colored, which would be nice. I really like Ameraucanas, and our oldest Ameraucana, Marshmallow, actually, she actually just passed earlier this week, which was really heartbreaking. But, so there's Ameraucanas, there's Bresse, there's chocolate Orpingtons. I feel like I'm forgetting some. I know they're going to be doing, sorry, I'm watching these roosters. They're going to be doing some kind of olive egger. I have no idea what they're going to be crossing to get those. But, you know, McMurray has Morans, both black copper and white, and a couple other, they got Welsumers, so you know they have some dark laying birds there that they can cross with some blue egg layers to get some olive eggers. So we'll see how that goes. I can make my own olive eggers, so I don't have any interest in ordering those. But if you do want blue or green eggs, I actually do like their whiting line of birds, developed by, and the guy's name is Tom Whiting. He's like the premier guy for fly fishing lures, and he is like the prestige breeder of roosters for those long hackle and saddle feathers and tail feathers. But he also has bred a line of Whiting True Blues and Whiting True Greens. They lay like a leghorn. They lay a lot, a really good size egg, and they lay in a light blue and a light green. So you may be interested in those. I can actually recommend those birds quite a bit. What else am I forgetting? I know they're gonna be doing, they're adding Muscovy Ducks, which is really cool. I think they're adding white Muscovies. I was given 4 Muscovies by a local farmer friend, and they're not especially personable, but nonetheless, I like them quite a bit. If you slaughter your birds, you may be interested in that. The drakes, my Drake Bosley is easily as big as my largest goose. I mean, he is massive. Hey, hi. But they are excellent egg layers. They actually are pretty good at hatching out chicks. They're terrible moms. Skosh hatched a clutch of 12 out of 13, and she lost about 1 a day, just ranging all over creation. And every day she would come back with like 1 less duckling, and it's heartbreaking. But she's got 1 that has made it to adulthood out of that group. That's also surely partly on me. I assumed that she knew what she was doing. Next time we hatch out any Muscovies, I'm gonna keep them pinned up until they're much older. But anyhow, yeah, so white Muscovies will be pretty neat because I've got like brown and black Muscovies also don't quack. The males kind of have a low guttural hiss, and the girls, the hens or the ducks, whenever they do make a noise, they peep very lightly. It's actually really sweet. So if noise is an issue, Muscovies would be a good choice for you. If containment is an issue, Muscovies might not be a good fit for you. Muscovies are descended from, I think, a South American breed of duck, as opposed to most of the domestic ducks here in North America. And Muscovies can straight up fly, like not like they can kind of hop or get a running start and kind of go for a little bit. Like Muscovies can just like fly from nothing to something. I found them on the chimneys of the houses and other structures around here on the farm. You know, 20, 25 feet up, no problem. So, but, you know, they do stand, if you make things nice for them, they'll stick around. So anyhow, Muscovy's a big plus. I think they're also getting like call ducks, which I don't know anything about. I'm not a hunter. I think that's what we use call ducks for. I don't know, anyhow. I know they are doing something with Coturnix Quail. I feel like maybe they already offer them, but maybe they're offering different ones, or maybe that's new. And they're offering Coturnix Quail, so that might be a cool thing if you're looking for prolific, wonderful little egg layers. I think quails start laying like around 6 weeks. They're sexually immature. Oh, one thing I'm really excited about that I know they are doing is they are lowering the minimum order on guineas, which is awesome. I don't know what the minimum order is, but I think it used to be you had to order like 30, which is a big order. For some folks. It was certainly a heavy lift for me, and while I wanted guineas, I could never actually order them from McMurray. I would usually just get them at the local fancy rich person's farm supply store, where they would have guineas, and you could get them like as few as 6. But guineas are great. Big fan of guineas, very pro guinea, and if I could get like blue guineas or the pied guineas or even like the chocolate or the buff guineas, just to kind of mix it up with the pearls that I've got here, I think that would be really neat. Guineas are great at sounding the alarm. If ever anything is up, like they've alerted me before that there's like been a random cat around here. There's snakes, and the guineas are actually much more likely to actually chase the snakes away than some of the chickens that just kind of stare blankly. So very pro guinea. I really feel like I'm forgetting another bird, another chicken. If I think of it, I will do an addition to this video. But anyhow, so chocolate Orpingtons. Hello, little Faverolles. Hello, pussycat. God, the Faverolles are killing me this year. They look super cute. I got them from McMurray. So chocolate Orpingtons, American Bresse, blue Ameraucanas, some kind of olive egger, Coturnix Quail, smaller orders on guinea fowl, and Muscovy Ducks, white Muscovies. So great additions to their offerings. If I had to make suggestions, oh my gosh, I remember now. The other one, they were actually really excited about this, and it is pretty cool. They're getting Niederrheiners, Niederrhiner chickens. Niederrheiners are sort of a lighter, lemony, golden colored companion counterpart sibling breed to Bielefelders. And I'm a huge Billy fan. Billies are awesome. They're both German breeds. Did you hear all the roosters? There's a hawk up there. Maybe a turkey buzzard, not sure. Anyhow, but yeah, Niederrheiners. Which are excellent dual-purpose birds. They look a lot like billies in that they look big. Like when you think you want, like, you know, a big fluffy chicken, like forget Orpingtons. The Niederrheiners, along with the billies, are big, but also excuse me, kind of athletic looking still, not just little butterballs. They're very friendly. Some of the girls will hop up on my shoulder. I've never been looked at crosswise by one of the roos. They may not want to be picked up, but they have never shown any kind of aggression. And I think that the Niederrheiners are the same as the Bielefelders. They lay a really good sized chocolate egg. They lay for a few years. They're really, really highly recommended. So yeah, so I would be looking at some of the Niederrheiners as well. I think they're pretty cool. especially if they're anything like the Billies. The other cool thing about the Billies, and I think this is true about the Niederrheiners, I should have looked this up, the Bielefelders are auto-sexing, which means that you can tell the males from the females pretty much at hatch, just kind of based on their plumage, and that plumage, their feathering stays different throughout the entire course of their life. So that's handy if you need to know which ones are going to be cockerels and which ones are going to be pullets. And unlike a sex-linked breed, auto-sexing means that those traits are heritable. So as long as you keep breeding them to each other, Niederrheiner to Niederrheiner, Billy to Billy, you will always get chicks that you can sex at hatch. I think the Niederrheiners are the same way. If they're not, I apologize, but it's worth looking into. But yeah, the Niederrheiners should also be pretty cool. Like if you want like a dual-purpose, gentle homestead breed, Bielefelders are kind of like the ones that I always recommend. I know there's like great ones like Barred Rocks and traditional classic American ones, and Delawares and New Hampshires and all that, and Columbians and Wyandottes. You know, I like lots of those birds to varying degrees, but there's really nothing like the Bielefelders. You know, we don't slaughter our birds, but they look like they would make a meaty carcass. But they're friendly, they're docile, they're productive. They're very good at rustling up a meal. I don't think Orpingtons really excel at a situation like that. They might. The Barred Rocks do, but my Billies do as well. They're great. So anyhow, that's where we are. I hope you found some of this information helpful. There'll probably be more stuff on their site. You know, who knows? They may roll out some other stuff too. It's hard to follow everything on their social media, but Murray McMurray usually does a pretty good job. I also order from other hatcheries. I'm not compensated to say nice stuff about Murray McMurray. I've ordered from Ideal before. I used to order from Ideal all the time, and maybe I'll do a video about why I've kind of moved away from Ideal. They're still fine. What's the Meyer Hatchery? I've even looked at some of the others, like is it Hoover? But I've ordered from 3 different hatcheries, and I only started ordering from Murray McMurray last year, or this year, 2020. And I've just been really impressed by the health of their birds. I've been impressed by their customer service, their pricing, their willingness to do small orders. So yeah, it's not like this is not a paid endorsement of Murray McMurray. I'm just talking about the birds that they're offering starting in 2 days for spring of next year delivery. And I don't know, I think they're cool. I don't know anybody else that's offering Niederrheiners and certainly Billies, not nearly as reliably as Murray McMurray, and they're great breeds. Murray McMurray also carries a lot of the endangered breeds. I ordered a lot of stuff. I curated my flock a lot based on the Livestock Conservancy's list of endangered breeds. So Murray McMurray has red caps and crevicores are 2 that spring to mind that I like quite a bit. The crevicores more than the red caps. The red caps are fine. The red caps are scrappy. They do well. But anyhow, all right, I gotta go. We're working today. I wanted to take a break, but we're working today on repairing the duck barn that was completely blown over and obliterated yesterday. So that's fun. My wife is here to help me, and we're hopefully going to have a brand new duck house built here by the end of the day. So wish us luck. You can always follow us here on the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and it's at Broad Shoulders Farm on Facebook and Instagram. So there we go. Wherever you are, I hope that you are happy and healthy and staying safe, and please continue to do so. And I will talk to you all later. Peace out. Bye-bye.